Hey everybody, it's Christine. I'm going to do a new segment now. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I've seen other people doing it, so I'm wanting to do it because I'm a very big advocate of going to the library and getting library books out. I come from a very, not very poor, but we had enough money just to scrape by. So a library was a major part of my life. Every 3 weeks, because that's how long you could take them out, I would go to the library. And at the time, you could only borrow 10 books at a time. And I maxed that all the time. Now, our library allows you to take out an unlimited amount of books, and you can renew them up to 3 times, so you can have them up for 12 weeks at a time. So I'm going to show you all the books that I have checked out right now. So currently checked out is the new segment. The only reason I have an ebook is because it's not in physical copy at my library, and that is, I don't know if you can see it, From Bogus to Bubbly. And it's by Scott Westerfeld, and it's like a tie-in history of the pretty world. So some of them are the Hoverboard Manual, the Special Circumstances and the Smoke, and the Rise of the Cities and Pretty Committee, and stuff like that. I just thought it would be interesting. Put that up there. The next couple of books are all from the same series because I like to power through a series. And actually I have a couple more waiting at the library for me because I don't have the one that's after the first one. Definitely Dead by Charlaine Harris, and it's the Sookie Stackhouse series. I don't have the one after this one, so I need to get it. A Touch of Dead by Charlaine Harris, and it is 5 short stories, novellas in between all the other books. Let's see here. From Dead to Worse by Charlaine Harris. Over here. Sorry. Dead and Gone by Charlaine Harris. And some of these covers have little sparklies. You can't really see. Ah, there we go. It's all textured as well. And the last one is Dead Reckoning by Charlaine Harris. And it's, Trials and Tribulations of a Vampire Lover. The next book is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, and it's the first one in the Infernal Devices series, which I really need to get to because I've had it up for a while now. The next ones, I'm not too sure the exact storyline. And sorry I'm out of breath. I've been running around today. It's my husband's birthday, so I'm getting a small chance to record, so I'm going to do a couple of videos. So you'll see me in this shirt. Anyways, next one, I've been wanting to read her for a while. My mom, I think, has read her, and I've seen other people read it, but it's Janet Ivanovich, and this is the first one in this Stephanie Plum series, I think. One for the Money. So I'll see what that one is. I think she's a detective. Something about bail bond company. Her sleazy cousin Vinny's bail bonding company. So yeah, I've heard a couple of good things about it. The next one, I've only heard 1 or 2 people talk about it. Before Peter Pan belonged to Wendy, he belonged to the girl with the crow feather in her hair. And I've not honestly read Peter Pan and a whole bunch of other stories, so I'm not sure how this one's going to go. But it is Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson. Yeah, so I thought I'd give it a shot and see how it was. And the next one, my grandmother used to read this one, and so is my mom. And I was never really into mystery. I mean, I was, but it had to have some romance with it when I was younger. Like the intrigue books. I love the intrigue books. But lately I've been getting, and I also, rambling everywhere today. I like medical mysteries and stuff like that. So I've just been getting into more mysteries and psychological thrillers and stuff like that. Not that this book is one, but Lillian Jackson Braun's The Cat Who Could Read Backwards. I'm sure you've heard of. Well, I'm not sure if you heard of. I just know it's about a cat, or a guy and his cat. Oh, there's two that solve mysteries. Sorry. So this is the book one in it. What's the cat's name? I know it was a cute name. Coco the Siamese. Oh, that's my favorite cat. The next one, in high school, if you were a boy, you read Dean Koontz, Stephen King, David Eddings, Terry Brooks, and Louis L'Amour. And I've been wondering if I'm missing something. I know he's a great author, and I'm trying to branch out of my comfort zone, I guess it is. I don't really read Westerns. If they're historical romance, I will. But I'm just not into them. So I decided I'm going to try out one of his standalones, and I'm hoping this is standalone. But it's Beyond the Great Snow Mountains by Louis L'Amour. So I'll try it. I know a lot of guys, when I was in high school, loved them. They were always reading Louis L'Amour. So I'll try that one. The next ones, I'm not too sure. I decided I wanted to try David Levithan, so I found Every Day. And I know it's a guy wakes up in a a spirit, soul, something like that, wakes up in a different body every day. And apparently he likes when he wakes up in this one body, he likes the person he meets up with and tries to get back to them. That's all I know. I'm hoping. The next one, I've seen it on somebody's thing and video, and I can't remember much about it. But it's called 100 Cupboards by N.D. Wilson. Let's see. 12-year-old Henry York is going to sleep one night when he hears a bump in the attic wall above his head. It's an unfamiliar house. Henry is staying with his aunt, uncle, and 3 cousins, so he tries to ignore it. But the next night he wakes up with bits of plaster in his hair. 2 knobs have broken through the wall, and one of them is slowly turning. So, a little bit of a maybe middle grade thriller. So I figured I'd try and pick it up. It's been a long day. I would pick it up and try it. And I've seen this one. I've heard good things. John Green's kind of hit and miss for me. I liked Fault in Our Stars. I didn't mind Paper Towns or Looking for Alaska. If I had read An Abundance of Catherines, I would not have picked up any other books by him. I just did not like that book at all. But this one is Will Grayson. And I think it's about 2 different guys named Will Grayson that meet up. So we'll see. I've seen this one a couple of times as well. And it's Goose Girl by Shannon Hale. I don't know much about it at all. But when I did hear about it, it sounded okay. She was born with her eyes closed and a word on her tongue, a word she could not taste. Her name was Anadori Kiladra Taliana Isali, Crown Princess of Kildenry, and she spent the first years of her life listening to her aunt's stories and learning the language of the birds, especially the swans. When she was older, she watched as a colt was born, and she heard the first word on his tongue, his name, Falada. Thought I'd give it a chance. From the Grimm's fairy tale of the princess who became a goose girl before she could become a queen, Shannon Hale has woven an incredible, original, magical tale of a girl who must find her own unusual talents before she can lead the people she has made her own. Okay. I used to love Grimm's fairy tales when I was a kid, so I need to get back into that. Only 3 more books to go. Another one is Sue Grafton. My grandmother and my mom read A is for Alibi, and it's murder, mystery, crime, stuff like that. And these 2 are I just picked them up last week, I think. And I've been hearing okay things about them. And it's The Dinner by Herman Koch. Oops. People pronounce it Coach. If you were as old as I am, the People's Court, it used to be Ed Koch was the judge. So, and it's pronounced this, or spelled the same way, so I pronounce it Koch. It's a summer evening in Amsterdam, and two couples meet up at a fashionable restaurant for dinner. Between mouthfuls of food and over the scrapings of cutlery, the conversation remains a gentle hum of polite discourse. But behind the empty words, terrible things need to be said. And with every forced smile and every new course, the knives are being sharpened. Sounds interesting. And I'm sure everybody has heard at least something about this author. And I've not read any of her as well. And it's Sophie Kinsella, and it's The Undomestic Goddess. I finally got a hold of one of her books. My daughter likes the Shopaholic series. I haven't read any of that either. So, yeah. This one's workaholic attorney Samantha Sweeting has just done the unthinkable. She's made a mistake so huge it'll wreck any chance of a partnership. So those are my library books. It is quite a bit, and no, I can't read them in the 3 weeks. They will be renewed as I go along. But I thought I'd show you that I like a lot of variety. I'm not just YA. Right now I'm reading YA just because it's so new to me, because when I was a kid, YA sucked. They had Sweet Valley High, and the Fear Street books from R.L. Stine didn't even come out until I was early 20s. So I'm just getting into YA right now. I am going to be reading a bunch of adult books again. So, yeah. But I like a lot of variety with my books. I'm big time mood reader and a big time library user. So I'm going to keep this up every time I go to the library, not just for one book, but for a stack of books. Every time I get something new, I will do a currently checked out. If you would like to do your own currently checked out, or feel free to do it. I think it's great. More people that know about the libraries means the libraries stay open, get more books, and everybody's happy. So I hope you like it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.